Hello everyone and welcome back to more F1 Manager 24. Yes, today we're back kickstarting another new series on the game. Now, for those of you that have been around this channel for quite a while, you might remember we attempted a little series on F1 Manager 23 where we tried to make Lewis Hamilton world champion with Ferrari. Ultimately, didn't quite go the way I wanted. We managed to get 4 rounds in before F1 24 came out. So, that's what we're going to be coming back to and trying to do on this year's game. Of course, if that sounds fun, you can actually watch these live. I go live on Twitch and here on this YouTube channel at various points. So yeah, make sure you drop a sub if you're new as well. At the time of recording, we are getting very close to 2,500 subscribers. So it is, yeah, really, really good fun. Will I lose my save if I try to do another one? Make sure you've manually saved. So I've got to load this career, but save it into a different slot, I think. I can't lose this save, chat. Save. New save. Right, okay, that's fine then. We've done enough there. That's saved now, fully. Otherwise, I was about to wipe my career mode. Which, there's going to be more videos of that coming very soon. New career. Confirm. Here we go. We get this nice intro again. Welcome in, Jack. Hope you're doing well, buddy. That's fine. I normally try to manually save on this game. I will absolutely have accidentally wiped my save now. In fact, we'll probably double check that in just a minute. This is a pretty cool intro in this game. They've always done well with these on F1 Manager. I guess that's the good thing as well, especially where the cars haven't changed for a couple of years, in terms of the way they look, apart from the Merc. Is my speaker on? No. I am here, the girlfriend can always wait, dearie me. Didn't know the middle button on my wide AirPods actually pulls the string. I did not know it could do that either. Audio echo. Ah, sorry, I forgot to mute my TV. Ah, damn it.
Of the 3 races Max didn't win, 2 of them were claimed by his teammate Sergio Perez, with the Dream Team returning for 2024. Will we see
the Dream Team? Sergio Perez, the Dream Team. Hey, you having a giggle? I'm always an amateur streamer, but you know this is why you come back here. So obviously we got the option. Did I set this, or can you only host one My Team career mode on this game? Is that serious? Can you only host one My Team? Or have I just clicked the wrong button? I think I clicked the wrong button somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to be going with Ferrari. We know this already. Starting balance medium. It's Ferrari.
By bringing back the stellar driver
Hey?
of Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz for one more season together, Ferrari will be pushing themselves to excel this year.
I assume the audio's gone now, chat, like it's fine again. We're not running into issues with this still, are we? TZ, thank you for the follow, mate. I appreciate it. Welcome on in. Yeah, I assume obviously that was just some delay on YouTube, chat. Ferrari spent all their money. Well, Ferrari are about to spend all their money on Hamilton's contract, but how will Ferrari have a starting balance of what can only be described as medium? Like, that is utterly insane. Right, how can I get rid? Got to put all my details back in. Except for it doesn't really work very well for some reason. Car development standard, race standard. What other options? Oh, race is easy, or it doesn't really tell you what that does. Obviously, I'm an experienced manager. We know what we're doing. So that's all good. And there we go. We are going to be the new Mattia Binotto. Ferrari definitely needs to sell more keychains and more pens. So, Diego Tondi's biggest issue is being replaced. That's not good. Carlos Sainz, you're being voided out of your contract immediately, buddy, I'm afraid. If I can do that. Ooh. Lewis Hamilton next season. Why can't I propose a contract? Wait, oh, I need to get rid of Sainz, don't I, first? Scout? No, I don't want to scout, do I? The problem is, chat, I played this game loads and I still don't really know how I do things. Drivers. Carlos Sainz. How do I sack him? I think I need to scout Lewis first, don't I? I think. Drivers. We'll go overall rating. Not Fernando Alonso, Lewis Hamilton. Scout. Why is he not interested in joining? I really don't want to kind of sacrifice an entire season. I know Hamilton automatically is hired next season, but, like, I don't want him automatically next season. I want him now. So we need to try and make sure that we get rid. I think it's like replace. Where's the option to replace? See, this is why I need you guys here, because I just am terrible at this. Contract details. Out of contract. Next season, Lewis Hamilton. Career history. No. Compare. Change. Lewis Hamilton. I mean, Hamilton is better. Pretty much in every single possible metric. I guess we've got a few weeks before the season begins anyway. So it's not like the end of the world. Yeah, Bahrain is in 1 week. Lewis hates me, probably. Right, let's try. Let's see what we can do. I should have probably put an upgrade on the car as well. Scouting complete. We just want to make sure that we sign Lewis first. Otherwise, this entire series is immediately in the bin. Scouting. Drivers. Scouted. Lewis Hamilton. I can't sign Lewis! Oh no! Why can't I sign him? This candidate is not interested in entering a contract with you so close to the season. Can you sign? No, I don't really want to sign like a random rookie or something. Oh no! Well, come on in, Ashton. Hope you're doing well. I can't sign Lewis. Do I need to like sim the first season or something? I really should have tested this before we jumped in. Oh, damn it, man. Right, we might have to do a year trying to develop Ferrari as the best team, and then bring Lewis in. That's a slight problem. Lewis Hamilton's scouting complete. Okay. Thank you for the follow as well, James and Ashton. I appreciate it. Series idea out the window immediately. This is going to be a disaster stream. Do I just sim like a whole season, chat, and then bring Lewis in? But will that screw over the team? Like, this is what I'm nervous about now. Like, can I just sack Carlos anyway? And then, like, be forced into bringing someone else? I don't want... No, I want Carlos gone. How do I buy him out of his contract? Can I negotiate with someone else? I could try and put Behrman in, couldn't I? Or Dina Beganik or Ollie Schwartzman. We could put Gio in the car for some reason. Do I put Schwartzman in just for the memes? So I can terminate his contract, but I can't terminate Carlos's. Eh? How does this work? I want Sainz gone. How do I get Sainz out? Do I need to get closer to Bahrain? I don't know what I'm doing. Rather obviously. We'll try and develop some parts for the car as well, I suppose. Get Behrman in. I could try and put Behrman in for a season. Right, we're going to design some new parts. We're going to use all of our time to build up some new stuff. Because we may as well. Because ultimately, we want to make sure that we use all of our development time as well. Neutral, and we'll go like that. And oh, no. No. I don't want to spend $1 million on it. I want more than that. 5 engineers, is that good? Yeah, half of the engineers. Wonderful. Right, we'll do that then, first of all. And we'll also do suspension, because we know this Ferrari is a bit dog poo. I'm an experienced manager. You guys know it to be true. Close to the start of the season. Okay, we might be in a bit of trouble, chat. And we'll use up all of our engineers as well. That's fine. I mean, we've got a month out until Bahrain still, haven't we? Oh, no, it's only a week, isn't it? Well, I'm just clicking random stuff now. This is not good. I guess, obviously, we don't need to sort out sponsors in the same way we have to with the team, do we? with the my team. Because, of course, obviously, it'll make no difference. I'm just staggered, obviously, that you can't get rid immediately. It seems really odd. Out of contract, Lewis Hamilton next season. Proposed contract won't happen. He's got a buyout fee of 10 million. We've easily got that money. I don't know what that's about, chat. Will I be able to sack Carlos after the opening round or something? Like, that might be what we have to try. And we'll go like that, just to make sure we reach the engagement. Welcome on, BZ. I hope you're doing well, buddy. I'm doing well, thanks, Julian. Hopefully you are as well. How badly will you screw up today? Hey, thank you very much, Fed, as well. I appreciate it. Right, I think we're just going to have to go into Bahrain, chat, and see what happens. Maybe we can sack Carlos then for poor performance. Maybe? Nope, Lewis is just not interested. Damn it. This is a problem. Well, I guess for the first time ever then, we're going to be managing Carlos Sainz. Apart from when I did this game on F122. We're going to say Leclerc needs to come third or higher. We're saying Carlos needs to come third or higher. Even though he's got the fourth best car on the grid. I think, yeah, we might have to... So Lewis is obviously signed for 2025. But I guess the thing is whether we can try and do it early.
Every team and driver comes here with the same goal, to win. But that's for the end.
How does my Haas career mode in F1 Manager 23 have more cash than Ferrari? Cash money! Haas pay the bills! I gotta say, I know I bang on about it, but the graphics on these games are so weirdly good. Like, I low-key love them for how simple they are, but great all at the same time. Also, chat, you've got to tell me if the stream breaks. Because for the first time, I've upped the bitrate slightly. Some of you that came around to last night's stream will know that I spoke about this. But hopefully now I've got better internet. So I've upped the bitrate just a little bit, which will hopefully make it better. And I'm just going to keep trying to sort of push the envelope slightly. So I've upped it by like 25%. I'm hoping that we could have like twice the bitrate that we used to have. So hopefully it's going to be good enough. Right, okay. We didn't get that new car parts design, did we? I don't think. No, that's fine. We couldn't do anything else. That's okay. So we'll try and figure out setups then for them both. Opening round of the year and all that. Obviously, yeah, Bahrain is very, very much traction limited. So obviously want to make sure that we got a car that's good with that. But obviously, as always, we'll try some different stuff. Oh, excuse me, with both drivers as well. Which will hopefully give them, you know, a little bit of a helping hand as well. It basically, obviously, free practice 1 is kind of just guesswork. Kind of see where you're at. And then, obviously, after that, you kind of get a better idea as to what's going on. Normally, I just manage free practice 1. And then, obviously, we let the game do free practice 2 and 3. Look at that Ferrari car. It is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What's happened to your camera? It's really fuzzy. Am I out of focus? Is that the problem? Hello?
I'm ready to check when you can.
Is it focused on the wrong area? Is it better?
Ready to check.
Stream keeps freezing on mine. It's probably just you mine. So I've had no drop frames or anything.
Can you hear me?
Your sound is still poor. You sure? Why is the sound bad? Eh? I haven't changed anything with the sound settings. I haven't accidentally... Oh, no, I haven't pressed a button on my mic or anything, I don't think. Are you lot just baiting me, chat? I gotta think I've changed anything? You're still muted. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, for God's sake, I hate you guys. You're just horrible to me. Right, let's just let Charles and Carlos do their thing for a bit. You guys are just so unbelievably mean to me all the time. I just get nervous about this kind of thing. Any rookies out there? Hajar Gurtha, Fred Vesti, Kushmini, I think that's Colapinto, not Chadders. That's Chloe Chambers. That's it for rookies for the opening round of the year, so good for them. Yeah, game's definitely gone black, is it? I believe you. I believe you. Do you do create series? If not, why? Just simply I don't have the time. At the moment, weekends, obviously because it's like a Friday night or Saturdays, and normally those days I spend with a girlfriend, so... It's just, once I've got a house, then maybe it's something I can do a bit more. But at the moment, yeah, I just don't have the time, simply put. I would like to do it at some point, but just at the moment, it's not great.
Okay.
So Carlos hates the car. Good. Get out of it. It's a bit like Alain Prost calling it a lorry. We're just going to absolutely roast Carlos Sainz for anything early on.
Slow down in the pit lane.
Right, okay. So we'll just tweak up that then. Why have you got... Oh, cornering, of course. We'll go like that. Oh, no, he's got nowhere near enough downforce. We'll go like that, then. With Carlos's car. Hopefully, Charles will give us some feedback as well in just a minute. And we'll kind of see how they both feel. They provide feedback way quicker. Way quicker than Piastri. It's not Piastri, Tsunoda or Lawson does. Which is good. Okay. That's not bad. To kick things off with Charles. That's pretty good. That's actually worked. Oh, no. I hate having to try and tweak things on this game, man. Right, so we've got slightly too much traction. We'll try that, I guess. So they both really want a lot of speed, actually, out of the car. Right, we'll try that. See if that works. Yeah, we'll go like that, actually, I think. Just making a few subtle tweaks. I kind of hope they'd reworked the system. Do you mean with setups? I actually really like it still. I think it's a really, really good implementation on this game. Like, I genuinely think, like, things like that they nailed on this game first time around, so I'm happy they kind of kept the same. Right, Sainz is going back out there then. Leclerc will do the same. No, I'd say, like I said, I think I quite like it. You know, it's not too kind of nerdy or anything like that. You know, it kind of gives anyone a chance, even if they don't really know what they're doing. Just, you know, it's kind of obviously rather than just numbers like you get on the other F1 game. It's quite nice that obviously you just get a little bit of both. So Alonso going for a spin. Will they change Leclerc's current engineer? I wouldn't have thought so.
And I wonder, could they have done anything about that?
Well, they could have been a bit more careful on the throttle, Crofty. But there we are. I think, well, 16 times speed. I mean, you're going to get through an entire session in like 5 minutes if you really want to. Which is still pretty quick. Yeah, I can't see them changing Leclerc's race engineer mid-game because there's like a ridiculous amount of radio messages, annoyingly. No worries, Reese's Pieces, mate, don't worry. So, yeah, like I said, I quite like some of the implementation on this game. I guess now this is just, can we make Ferrari world champions rather than Lewis Hamilton? But I guess this kind of like first season is the precursor to getting Lewis in the car. Right.
The car is okay.
Sainz happy-ish.
Yeah, not bad.
Leclerc hopefully will be happy with his. Like I said, I kind of just, you know, get stuff done in free practice. Don't really worry about it too much. Sorry, I do worry about it. But... Oh, we got the oversteer down. Braking stability... Okay. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there with this car, I think. Can we try and just bring a few other bits and pieces the right way? Toe. Oh, okay. That works. Go like that. No, we need to basically keep those three the same. We're lacking a bit of straight line speed. The thing is as well, obviously, around Bahrain, you want to make sure that your speed is pretty well set up. So that can affect that. I'm just pressing buttons, chat. Oh, damn it. The oversteer's gone way too high. If we go like that, I guess that kind of works. We're pretty much where we need to be with most stuff. We'll try that. We'll see if he likes it, and that'll be it. I don't think we can really do much else with that. I'm usually the bottler, Sam, so it's nice that you've joined me on the bottles. Ollie Goether's quicker than us at the moment. It's bizarre, though, that AI teams, like Red Bull, for example, first practice session of the year, now we don't need either of our drivers in.
Update when you can.
And Leclerc seems... Oh, Leclerc's very happy with the car. Leclerc's quite happy then. That's good news. Let's have a look. What's he saying? Ooh! We'll take that. We'll take that. Too good's too great to optimal. That's pretty good. I'm happy. Yeah, the game really likes to throw free practice drivers in for some reason. It's a little bit peculiar, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm happy with that then, setup-wise. We'll send Leclerc back out there, just get a bit more confidence. But I think we're ready for qualifying then, chat. I mean, at least in this, we should easily make Q3 pretty much every week, I would have thought. Welcome on in, John. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Oh, we've still got the 212 Racing League command. Wowee. That is a throwback. I've never had 100% on this game. Or on any of the F1 Manager games. I so desperately hope to one day. But still. Yeah, I know it gets the reserve drivers out of the way, but when you think they've only got to do, what, like 3 FP1s a year, why would you do it at the start of the year? Like, surely you do it in the final couple of rounds. Like, I get that maybe they don't want to ship them out to a Grand Prix that they're not going to, you know, at a Grand Prix weekend that they wouldn't also be racing at if they're in, like, F2 or F3. But it still seems wild. That, you know, they'd put... Like, when have you ever seen a team put 2 junior drivers in the car for free practice? I mean, look at that. Isaac Hadjar, fastest by 0.6 of a second. Is this ever going to happen in real life, chat? Is this like, ever going to happen? Like, I'm not sure. Hamilton, unfortunately, I haven't been able to sign him. I'm a bit of a moron. But I mean, yeah, Hadjar looked quick. Oscar Piastri, Russell, Norris, all fairly standard. Goethe, P7. Vesti, 9th. Colapinto, slower than Albon, as you would expect. Chloe Chambers is quicker than Kevin Magnussen by half a second. Absolutely wild, chat. I mean, admittedly, Magnussen was on the hards and Chloe Chambers was on the softs, but that's pretty funny. The real steering wheels is pretty cool as well. So both drivers pretty happy then with the car. I guess we'll allow them just to do FP2, FP3, and we'll see them in qualifying, which is going to hopefully be an interesting shootout. Exactly, Crisped. Like, unless it's, you know, they've completely forgot to put juniors in all year, why would you?
With qualifying, as the drivers fight it out for a strong grid position.
There are 3 periods of qualifying ahead of the drivers now. Remember, only the fastest 10 will make it through to Q3 for a shot at pole position.
So, chat, obviously it's a bit weird now that we've got 2 Ferrari career modes going on. But you don't want to miss Imola tomorrow in the driver career mode on F1 24. Wild. Absolutely wild. I won't give any spoilers here, but it's one you want to watch. Right, come on then. Let's see what we can do. Surely Q1, Q2 is going to be really easy, and it's just going to be staying out of trouble. Surely. Both drivers pretty happy. How is Sainz now not happy with his setup again? Oh, do I spend like the next 10 minutes trying to fine-tune this? I don't really want. I don't think I should. If we go like that, and then go like that, and then go like... Right, that's perfect. That's perfect. Are we pretty much there? Have we pretty much figured this out? Have we figured this out? Not quite. I mean, that's with the exception of traction, which if we go like that, I think we're pretty much there setup-wise. Chat, I think we've got the perfect setup for Bahrain. I think that might be the perfect numbers you need for this. I usually watch on 2x speed, so this is annoyingly slow. Like, I'm genuinely happy with that. I think we've nailed that. So we'll X out of that one. Leclerc again. Pretty much in the same boat. I guess we could try and tweak it slightly. He's not got enough traction. But again, I think we're pretty much there. Both drivers looking good in the cars. Yeah, I think we'll roll with that. That is beautiful. I think we've nailed that. For the first time ever, I think we've pretty much got the perfect setup. Iceland, the shop, not the country. Right. Do we just get on with it? Do we get out there nice and early? I mean, we surely are just going to make it through on one run. Like, surely this is not going to be a concern for us. What I also like, chat, is for this series just being able to kind of chat through it rather than commentating it as well. Because I tell you what, after commentating for like an hour and a half on one of these videos, you finish and your voice box does hurt. So it's nice that, obviously, this is why I really want to stream this series. It's nice that it can be a bit more kind of relaxed and everything. Be a nice break from Tesco. I'm right, chat. I might sound incredibly middle class here. I'm genuinely not sure I've ever been in an Iceland in my life. Like the supermarket. I've definitely been in a Tesco's. I used to work in a Sainsbury's and an Asda. I genuinely don't think I've ever been in an Iceland. Is that weird? Like, I couldn't even tell you if there's one near where I live. Sainsbury's is good. Tory? Oh, no. I only go Iceland if I'm in the high street Tesco Express is shut. Like, is there... Like, I've eaten stuff from Iceland. But, like, have you ever been to Little Bakery? I've been in Lidl's before. Because normally my family, if we go on holiday, we end up going to... Basically in Malta, there's another island called Gozo. And the only supermarket there is a Lidl. So I know I've been to a Lidl before. I don't believe Iceland is high-end. I think it's exactly the opposite. You're not helping the Tory allegations. Probably not, no. Right, Perez 130.2. Hamilton 130.8. Hopefully Leclerc's going to go quicker than that. Up to the line. He goes 130.0. So good time by Leclerc. What were his splits? So Sainz quicker sector 2. Pretty much even sector 1. Sainz across the line. He goes second, less than a tenth away. So that's pretty good.
And stay negative.
Oh, that, to be fair, chocolate twists are good. I've been in a co-op, yeah. I've definitely... I'm trying to think. I think Iceland might be the only, like, supermarket like that I've never been in. Asda is basically Walmart, yeah, in the UK. Right, there we go. So we should have made it immediately into Q2, chat. That should be no concerns. That is one of the good things as well, is we know pretty much Q1 and Q2, unless we have an absolute disaster, we should safely make it through. I guess it's just wait and see what time Verstappen does, because he's probably going to wipe the floor with us. Anyway, what on earth is a netto? Is that a real thing? Little Bakery is the best cuisine for breakfast snacks. To be fair, like, I find... it depends what breakfast snack you want. Like, I find Tesco's do the best Danish maple pecans. Because they put more maple in them. Sainsbury's do pretty good chocolate... not eclairs. Chocolate... Pain au chocolat, sorry, even. Although we buy now... If you want pain au chocolats, chat... This is the most middle-class conversation we've ever had on stream. Get yourself in... I don't know whether they do it in any other supermarkets as well, but get yourself into Sainsbury's. You can buy a pack of 6 Pret pain au chocolats, and then you can oven them at home. They are really good. Really good. Really, really, really good. We might have to wait a whole season for Hamilton. We don't know quite yet. I'm going to try and sack sites as quickly as I can. But either we're going to get Hamilton in the end of Season 1, or, I mean, look at that, 97% setup confidence. The only thing we haven't got perfect is the oversteer on Charles' car. And the only thing we haven't got perfect is cornering and oversteer on Carlos. So that's okay. Just invite Boris round for tea. Oh, man. I can't... there's few people I'd want in my house less than Boris Johnson. From the UK politics, I should specify. Otherwise, I'm sure we're going to end up with a very dangerous list of random people that some of them I probably haven't heard of. Yeah, the Pret ones are really good. Aldi in the UK are insanely cheap compared to the US. I would have thought so, yeah. Aldi is like... Aldi or Lidl, basically, in the UK is like the discount retailers in the way that I think Walmart is in the US, or Costco is. But there. Do you live in the ULEZ zone? I do not.
Yeah.
Politics society seems alright. And Boris, I just feel like would just be difficult to talk to be honest. Like, I feel like the only thing he'd want to talk about is politics anyway. Farm foods? I've never been in a farm foods, I don't believe. Does that really count as a supermarket, though? No, so the equivalent to Walmart in the UK is Asda. Asda is owned by Walmart here in the UK. Rishi or Boris? I mean, they're both just terrible human beings. I feel like Rishi you could actually have a coherent conversation with, though. But ideally, neither. Bro, you can send the drivers by 2-minute gaps so they can be followed each other during their run. I really don't want to have to try and trip over the AI with each other here. We just want to make it through Q1 and Q2 before we worry about anything like that. Thatcher or Theresa May? Oh, Theresa May. Apart from the fact, obviously, Thatcher's dead. That'd be quite a difficult conversation to have. That's still an unholy threesome. Boris Johnson or Rishi Sunak. Oh, man, where have we gone tonight, chat? Why did the F1 manager streams always seem to end up having the absolute worst conversations? Oh, no, it's not too Tory, I promise you. Maybe it's not Tory enough, I don't know. I'm enjoying the game so far. I am really enjoying it, to be fair. Mustafa or Boris? Oh, Mustafa every time. Oh, Smelv, I don't even want to think about that one, neither. Neither. Well, there we go. Leclerc again, a 130 flat. Sainz a little bit slower that time, so not perfect. Again, those should be safely through into Q3. It is obviously the problem there is with this game still is the AI pace differences is too big. So basically, early on, it is just going to be both Ferraris, both Mercs, Astons, Red Bulls, and Ferraris that make it through. Finbop, thank you for the bit, mate. I appreciate it. Did they add co-op to F1 Manager? Sadly not. I still think that would be really cool to see down the line. And thank you for the follow as well, mate. I appreciate it. Oh, Sergeant, lock up. What's he done? Last qualifying run. Turn 1. Logan Sargent. Here we go.
There's the lockup. By that point, it was just too late.
Oh, what's he going to do? Out in Q2, as to be expected. It's actually insane how cheap F1 Manager 24 is, but I can't afford to buy it. That is real sad. Real sad. Wait, Verstappen was slower? Verstappen was slower. Perez. That time ran fastest. Okay. Oh, V-Carb makes it through at the expense of Russell. So George Russell out by 1/10 of a second then. So just after I said about how it's always the same 5 teams make it through, immediately the game has gone against that. What I want to see, rather than co-op inside F1 Manager, is that you can control 2 separate teams, like live in a race. Imagine you could do that like to 10 different players, and like you can try and poach drivers off each other and that kind of thing. It'd be so cool, so cool. I don't personally shop at Waitrose now, but then again, I still live at home. Whenever I do shopping, I go to Sainsbury's. Just because I used to work there, so I know where stuff is. Ish. I think we made it through Q1 and Q2. No, we did use 2 sets. Okay. So we've got 3 sets of tyres for Q3. Obviously, we haven't got a lot of time to get on with it. So we'll wait for a few cars to get out there. So we've got a benchmark. And then we'll wait and see. Lily MV1 and Alex, both thank you for the follows. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. We are mighty close to 6,400 subs, chat. 6,400 followers, even. I'm far too used to YouTube. So a massive thank you to everybody. We're still... I'd love to hit 10k followers by the end of the year, but I think it's going to be optimistic. Perhaps I need to stream a lot more if we want to get to that. Oh, dearie me. We're not having these allegations coming in, chat. We're not going to go down this rabbit hole.
And watch for Piastri right behind
Whole Foods Market in the UK. I don't... yeah, there's probably... Whole Foods Market, I would guess, is like a Waitrose. But I don't really know. Yeah, Leclerc's probably going to bottle it as we move into Q3, to be fair. But we'll ride with him. We're right on board, actually, for Q3. Obviously, this is the weird thing as well. I'm sure like a load of other people streaming this. It's the first time they've played it. Obviously, I've already sank quite a few hours into this game. So I kind of know roughly what I'm doing.
and track is clear, track clear.
Hey, welcome on in, Alex. Thank you very much, buddy.
Last corner.
Since F1 2021. Wild.
All clear in front.
I'll buy you a £100 Iceland gift card.
And now, all
Crisped, if you gave me a £100 Iceland gift card, I would spend it. Burger King or McDonald's? Again, I've never had a Burger King in my life. I've had McDonald's before, but I've never had a Burger King. I've never got any of the F1 Manager games. Would you recommend them? I think they're good fun. There's something very different as well, and it's kind of obviously you can sit back and relax a bit more with them. You know, they are very, very enjoyable. If you like, you've played other management games as well, they are good fun. There we go. Science, half depth down, sector 1. They're kind of one of those great games as well, where you can either make them as intense or as relaxed as you want, which I think is really good. Oh, I have fast food from time to time. The main reason I don't actually buy fast food that often is because it's actually quite expensive and people don't realise. I'm not a big fan of burgers though, chat, is the problem. I've never had a Chick-fil-A, but I don't mind a KFC. I say that, I haven't had a KFC this year. I've only actually had 2 McDonald's this year, to be fair. I've been trying to cut back on the old tummy. So I try to be good with that kind of thing. So Verstappen a second clear of anybody else right now. Sainz clawed back a little bit in sector 2. Through the final corner. And it is going to be hopefully P2, P3. Are we going to get into the 29s? Yes, we do. Just about there with Charles. And Carlos as well. Just inside as well. Is Perez on a lap? I think he is, isn't he? So Perez making his way down into the final corner. CC Racing 3, thank you for the follow as well, mate. I appreciate it. Fat212. Fat212 is generally trying to lose a bit of weight at the moment. So that's where we're at. Max as well, and Dara, thank you all for the follows. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. Perez, P5, the bottle job returns. This is good news. So we've got an well, surely we're going to get Leclerc on the front row. And hopefully we're going to be able to put Perez on the front row as well. Ricciardo or Lawson? I think Lawson. I think he's a better long-term talent than Ricciardo's going to be now. Right, there we go. So, ooh, we haven't actually got much time. We've got to get on with this. Reconfigure. We'll go like that. We'll go like that. Oh, I want to be one of the last cars out there, to be honest. And the AI tend to go out a little bit early. We'll try and get out there around about now, I think. Should safely see us out with enough time. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars out there already. Apparently everybody is on an outlap, though, so I don't quite know how that works. Is there another one in the pits? No, it is only us in pit lane. So everybody but Piastri, who is already on a lap. Oh, there we go. It is Fernando Alonso. Last car out onto the circuit then. So we'll watch, see what the times people do. First of all then, obviously towards the end of the lap, he's going to be Oscar Piastri, which is going to be interesting to see whether he can get a bit closer to those cars in front of him as well. So it's going to be exciting. This is winter on Tour de Fast Food. Thoughts on Subway? I've had 2 Subways in my life, both of which I was hungover. And I don't really know what to order from Subway, so I can't really tell you with much experience. Richie as well, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Traffic is still an issue in this game, but not as bad as it has been on previous games. It's way, way better now. But anyway, Oscar Piastri then through the final corner. He's going to be the first one to put a representative down on the board for his final run. Is track conditions continuing to improve? He's half a second away from his teammate. He does improve by 1/10 of a second there. Maybe gives him a little bit more safety from those cars behind. But yeah, a long way off Lando Norris, who is hopefully going to stay behind us. Hopefully Sainz will be able to go quicker, which would be good. Who do you think pole here? Oh, it's going to be Max. Max Verstappen has easily got a few tenths over everybody. There's a daily workout. 100 laps of time trial Suzuka. I already run maximum force feedback, so that's not a problem. And to be fair, last week I almost ended up doing 100 laps of Suzuka in one day. So I ended up doing about 60 odd, I think, which was not fun. Considering how painful Suzuka is. Checo's bugged. Yeah, he's actually done alright after his first run. So Sainz might now get a little bit of a slipstream from his teammate here, which would be quite handy. So wait and see as to what he can do. Charles is probably still the one that's actually going to be able to cause an upset. As everybody now then on their final runs. We shouldn't get caught out behind Oscar Piastri. Did I get a mechanic? No, I didn't get a mechanical failure, I don't think. In Japan. No, I didn't do Williams Road to Glory last week because, like I said, heat wave and I didn't have my AC installed. So it was just going to be awful. Right, Sector 1 then. Charles down fractionally. Carlos down a bit more. That's not good. Both drivers failing to improve then. Perez stays P5. Max stays P1. Wasn't going to go down, was he? I think track is starting to fall away from us here, right towards the end of the session. So it might be that no one really is able to improve. I'd love to see Sainz just get a tiny bit more out of that car. That's the only thing I am slightly worried about. Yes, Leclerc down again, Sector 2. And Sainz again. I mean, Sainz is just losing loads here on this lap. I've got no idea what's happened to him. Clearly, we shouldn't be watching him. Otherwise, he has an absolute disaster. So I think we're going to be P2 and P4 then on the grid. Blaming track, poor management. What else can I do? I can't do anything else with the car, can I? Leclerc 130. I think that was pretty much bang on. Sainz a 130.7. So terrible run for him. Lando Norris, I think he's done, isn't he? He's not improving, is he? I don't think. Is Lando on a lap still? I think. Oh, no, he's definitely not. That's okay, then. So, P2, P4 on the grid for the opening round of the season. That's pretty good going. If you can explain to me how not to be bad at this game, that would be very useful. Back to Mexican Formula 10. It might be there's some slight delay on it, Crisped. What AC have I got? I've just got a little Von House, little room one. I just realised I've left the remote for it over there, but it shouldn't matter, because it shouldn't get too warm tonight. Do 24 hours of a track with no brakes. Daytona, I'd be okay. But apart from that, I'd struggle. There we go. Verstappen pole ahead of Leclerc, Norris, Sainz. Perez P5 ahead of Oscar Piastri. Hamilton ahead of Alonso, Stroll, and maybe to the surprise of no one, Yuki Tsunoda rounds out the top 10. I mean, I'm happy that we were able to get into the 29s in the end. But yeah, that last time was good enough to beat Perez anyway. So I'm pretty happy with that. I think it'll be interesting to see whether Max can just run away, though, early on in the race. Is F1 Manager 24 going to be like F1 22, constant mechanical failures? Boy, I hope not.
57 laps around the Bahrain International Circuit.
200 laps of full Nürburgring with toast. Deary me.
Like Sergio Perez's incredible 2020 victory, surging ahead from being last on the opening lap.
Stroll weirdly seems to be cooking on all my series at the moment. I don't know why. He's just really good, bizarrely.
The drivers are facing many low to medium speed corners, and any heavy braking will inevitably take its toll on the tyres. It's race day with the teams and drivers ready and raring to go.
The Euro Truck Sim wheel is Moser, isn't it? Not Hori, I think. Unless you've seen something that I haven't. But the Moser one looks really cool. If Moser wanted to hook me up with that, I could bolt it on my rig and we do some Euro Truck. That'd be really fun. Right. 2-stop is definitely going to be the way to go here, but I would have thought it's probably going to be soft, medium, medium? I think... Oh, no, we haven't got an extra set of mediums. Damn, we used those in free practice, didn't we? So we'll make sure that they're all set for decent pace. I guess we'll... No, I hate the way you have to do all this every single time. Save the strategy. We'll go like that then. I don't really want to start Carlos on the softs. In fact, we'll actually double soft Carlos early on. And then he can be a little bit slower towards the end of the race. We're going to underfuel slightly. By 2... Oh, no, we only want to go 1. Oh, no, if we get a safety car. We'll gamble on a safety car here. Opening race of the year. So we're going to go really, really aggressive on the fuel. And then also make sure that both drivers are pushing at the start of the race. But it's not quite the Hamilton career mode that we had in mind tonight. But hopefully this is going to be good ground to set us up for when we can hopefully sign Lewis Hamilton in the not-too-distant future. Can we put Leclerc on a fresh set? Yes, we can. Good. I want to do that. So Leclerc on fresh softs, Carlos on fresh softs as well. Can I swap him? I can't swap him. That's okay. Let's do this thing. Come on. First race of the new career mode. I won't run out of fuel. I'll be fine. Quake, you've come at just the right time. Thank you for the follow, buddy. Welcome on in. Let's do this. I'm excited. This game genuinely makes me nervous as well, because it feels like I have no control. Like I could just get wiped out turn 1.
It's a P2 start for them. An excellent.
How many sugars in your tea? Just one. Right, come on then.
But just what will happen here? Your guess.
I won't run out of fuel. We'll be fine. We can save that fuel up, chat, as the race goes on.
The Bahrain Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go.
Right, come on. We want to try and challenge Max down to turn 1, or at least get Carlos ahead of Lando Norris there. Good, clean start by both drivers. Actually, Norris getting off to a really good start in towards that first corner. He's not really the driver I wanted to battle here. I wanted to try and get around him and really try and hound Max off the line. But it looks like Lando Norris is cooking. That's not good. So I think Lando has tried to push on the same way we have here early on. Sainz just lost a place to Perez. How does that happen on lap 1? We've literally got him set up, pushing as hard as he can. And Leclerc's lost a place as well. What is that? How have they both lost places off the start of this one? That is shocking. Absolutely shocking driving. Ferrari already in the bin, apparently. Right, okay. That's not the end of the world, though. I guess we can try and sit in behind Lando early on. Obviously, the big thing will have to be trying to save fuel over the course of the race as well. Tyre-wise, most are on softs. V-Carb and Gasly. So V-Carb and their former driver opted for the mediums here off the start of the race. I'm definitely a Ferrari strategist. Only I could try and go full out attack mode and lose places off the start of a Grand Prix. So I guess we'll bring him into neutral. I guess we'll just kind of already settle in. Just make sure we stay in the DRS. I could try and get Leclerc to go overtake mode aggression. But I don't think it's worth it. How is Perez getting that run as well? Like, at least the AI now can actually defend from each other and stuff. Or not. As Leclerc then will get completely mugged. So we've gone from 2nd and 4th on the grid to 4th and 5th. And Sainz is even going to get a run on Leclerc as well. Perhaps it's a good job we can't sack Sainz yet, because maybe it's Leclerc that we want to get rid of. As apparently we've got no straight line speed. How is Leclerc going that far backwards? Like, this Hamilton is the driver I wanted in the car. No, I know I'm not on full attack anymore. That's because obviously we need to try and save up a little bit. Right, we'll go attack mode again. I don't know. We've already lost out the DRS as well. Deary me. That is an absolute stinker. That's got to be one of the worst starts I've had on this game so far. Normally, I don't lose out much. Like, if anything at all. That time around has been terrible. As Perez, I mean, Perez just had a bad qualifying then by the looks of it. So he's already trying to recover places. How is Norris getting a run there? What is that? Down the inside, he'll try and have a look. Leclerc won't have the DRS, but this is good for Lando Norris. Back down the inside he'll go. So at least these two are going to really trip each other up early on, and maybe we can try and hang close to them if we look after our own tyres. So I'll put them back down into neutral again. Like I said, you know, really early on, this first stint is just about trying to work out how far the tyres can go. We can't afford to obviously push fuel too much, because I don't know how much we're going to have to try and save. But apparently, yeah, we have got a GP2 engine here. So here we go. Perez again, trying to look down the inside. Leclerc's got good viewing for this. Fantastic place to be sat watching. So let's try and just push the envelope then, early on. We'll see if he's willing to try and go for something on Sergio Perez. He hasn't got much in the way of battery anymore. As Perez gets a little bit caught out behind Lando again, back down to turn 1. Are we going to try or see anything? No, not quite there. So hopefully that doesn't knock his confidence back too much. He's a driver with medium confidence right now. So I think we'll just sit him in. We don't want him to start getting annoyed that he's not making overtakes here. As Lando again down the inside of Perez at the top of the hill. Hey, what? What? The Sainz, why were you trying to overtake Charles? Just sit in for now, man. Can we tell him just to sit behind? We don't really want to get them to fight each other too early on. Like, we need to make sure that we keep up with these guys in front. Especially as Piastri and Hamilton don't look bad behind us. Push and try the alternate strategy. Both drivers are on a 2-stop, but I could be tempted to try and put... I don't know, which one would I want a 3-stop with? Maybe Leclerc? Because he's more aggressive? I don't know. I don't really want to put Sainz in front early on, I think is the problem. I think Leclerc has got more pace here. He's just sitting in behind quite patiently early on. So, that's okay for me. We've already got a bit of braking up as well, a bit further down. Hulkenberg 3 seconds back from Ricciardo, which is quite nice. But this is, yeah, we've already got Ferrari Civil War. What kind of race incidents happen on F1 Manager? Quite a lot, actually. You can get quite a lot of different carnage and chaos. Especially when drivers get angry with each other. I had a massive crash in today's My Team video on YouTube. Like, we had an absolutely unbelievable shunt where Gasly actually went through an Armco barrier. Which I've never seen before. So here we go. Come on, Leclerc. Make it 3 wide. I don't think the AI go 3 wide on these games, do they? Down the inside, maybe. Oh, Perez there just getting barged out a little bit. Now we'll try and get Sainz to overtake. Make his way up the hill. Hopefully... Where is he? How has he dropped back? Where did he lose 6/10 on the exit of that corner? Here we go. Come on, Charlie boy. Perez almost into the back of us. I mean, how do we lose that again? It's so annoying. Are player mechanical faults on by default? Yes, I believe so. And I mean, immediately then, as soon as we try and get past Perez, he just gets back past us. So I think Red Bull definitely have got a bit more pace still early on. I've never had my AI drivers crash into each other, but I've definitely had them crash into other cars. Is Leclerc... He's not on set to overtake, is he? No, he's on medium. That's fine then. I'm genuinely happy just to sit behind Perez and Norris early on and just wait for an opportunity to come for us. Because, I mean, you can already see how badly worn their tyres are. Like, we're going to be able to go longer and hopefully have a better strategy later on. So that's not too much of a concern, I guess. Did the stream die? I think Smurfs is baiting me. Oh, go on. Around the outside. There we go. Leclerc once again making a decent move. So hopefully now he's going to obviously have the DRS on Lando. Back down in towards turn 1. That should hopefully make Lando a bit more of a sitting duck. As Carlos behind trying to get a run on Perez. Have a look. Go for it. Nope. That's a late move by Checo, but okay. Now, hopefully... I mean, can we try and get Leclerc to go for it? We'll try. We're going to try. We're going to try. Look at the speed. Look at the speed we've got when we want it. Go on, down the inside. No. Damn it. I mean, he's got good confidence in the car. He's just not able to do anything with it early on, which is a bit of a shame. Fuel saving, though, actually seems to be okay early on. We're saving a little bit. I haven't bottled it yet. We're doing okay. And thank you as well for the follow. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. I know you can see the stream chat. Stop being mean to me. I can't cope. I can't cope with it. Come on. Why? I mean, this is just working so well for Max Verstappen early on. Like, so well. Oh, okay. So, Sainz needs to push on then. We also need to tell him he doesn't need to worry about sitting behind his teammate anymore. So, he needs to push. Sainz needs to get back in the range. Will he be able to get back in the range quite soon? I don't know. But we'll give him one lap just to try and push on. Because I think Lando is probably going to lose the place to Charles now. So hopefully that is going to mean that they just slow each other up a little bit. As you can see, here we go. To the inside, to the outside. Charles Leclerc, he's got the DRS. Lando Norris really is trying to be aggressive with it early on. He wants to hold track position. But Leclerc will make it back through. I have not got a green screen, sadly. I feel like F1 Manager would be a good game to have a green screen with as well. But sadly, I don't have one. So here we go. Sainz now should get back in. Hopefully. I think if we could just try and pull away from Perez as well, who obviously has already wrecked his tyres, that would be really useful. But obviously, yeah, just staying in the DRS window of the car in front. A bit like F1 24. It's just really, really important on these games. So that's what we're going to do. He's back in a second. If we just use a bit of deploy out of here. Yeah, there we go. He stayed within a second. That's good. So there we go then. We've managed to get Perez a bit further back. And especially when he's on those worst tyres, is good news for us. Because I'm more than happy to fight with Lando here. I don't really mind too much about Lando Norris staying close. But if we can get Perez a bit of a gap away, that would be really, really useful there. Speaking of which, Lando Norris immediately back down the inside of Charles Leclerc. So it is all kicking off still early on. There's definitely lots of opportunities for overtakes. As I think Verstappen made a bit of a mistake.
See what happened. Here we are then at the 11th corner.
Here we go. Let's have a look. Big send down the inside there by Lando. So I think his overtake mode, his overtake aggression, sorry, is set very, very high early on. And I think annoyingly for Carlos Sainz, once again, he's just going to be told to hold position here. I mean, we're already planning on getting rid of him. I think that's the other thing. So, you know, he's kind of just got to accept this is the reality he's living in. Verstappen is really not having fun at the front. There's Leclerc again. Gonna try the same move. So we've got slightly better tyres than most of pretty much everyone else on the grid, actually. So this is working really well. Online F1 Manager would be so cool. Like, if you could host, like, leagues on this game or something. Like, even if you had, like, a race director or something, it would be really cool as well. Or everyone gets, like, 3 pauses a race. But yeah, it'd be so much fun. So much fun. I don't think you can get... Yeah, you can't get Charles' new race engineer, sadly. It is still his old one at the moment. So, I mean, Max Verstappen's last lap, 6/10 slow. We're in the range, nearly, of Max. We need to push with Charles here. I've got no idea what's going on with Verstappen, but he is struggling at the front. He maybe tried to push too hard early on. But look at that. We're 6/10 back. How have we closed in so quickly on Verstappen here? And could we be about to move into the lead of our very first race in this game? I don't actually know, chat. I don't think we ever won a race with Ferrari on F1 Manager 23, did we? So it would be quite mad if we were able to do that in literally the first race of F1 Manager 24. Leclerc, we've got to try and build up some confidence. He's got to be prepared to go for overtakes on Verstappen here. Especially when the Dutchman doesn't have DRS. This could be really, really critical early on. So attempt the high-risk overtakes then. Here we go. I did not think this would be happening early on. There's new fastest lap of the day for Charles Leclerc as well. To the outside of Verstappen, he's going to go. Is the Dutchman going to really try and defend aggressively? No, he's not. And we are through and into the lead then of this Grand Prix. Sainz and Norris have really dropped back as well, which is good. So Sainz again we can take off of the tactic. So that's really, really handy actually early on. And I'm staggered, yeah, that Leclerc's got that pace over Max. This race is staggeringly taking quite a good turn early on. I mean, Verstappen, if this was IRL, he would have sent it back down the inside and clattered into him. What a clickbait video. Oh, exactly, Presto. There's so many clips in this. Don't go down the inside. I spoke too soon. Of course, Max was going to immediately try and go back through. That's okay, though. We don't need to worry too much about that. I'm not too worried about defending early on.
Good job on tires.
How does he pull away like that? You just watch him fly out a shot. That Red Bull is so disgustingly OP still in this game. Perez is absolutely falling apart, though, early on. That's good to know as well. Perez is really having a bit of a stinker. He did have DRS. That's true. I mean, but how is he still opening up the gap again? Right, we got to go for it. I think Verstappen is trying to lull us into pushing more. And we're going to take the bait. We are really going to try and make sure that... I want to apply pressure to the Dutchman early on here. How does he do that? Just immediately new fastest lap of the day. Just straight out of the back pocket. So I do want to make sure that we've still got the tyre advantage still. As Norris again will get back past Carlos. But I don't want to lose the DRS unnecessarily to Max here. If we can stick with him, then I really want to try to. So there we go. I think we're just back within the detection point again. So that's really good. Really, really good. It's actually, are we going to look for a move? Yes, we are. I mean, it definitely still feels like there's too much of like a swing in terms of performance. Like the way the AI can like pull out 2 seconds and then close back in 2 seconds on each other is absolutely mental. But, you know, early on, I'm not going to knock it. It is quite funny. But yeah, you've got to be really, really careful as well with tyre temps, because not only, obviously, does it shred the tyres, it also really, really affects the pace as well. So, Verstappen, I'm sure, again, is going to try and go for it. So we're going to tell Leclerc to defend. So he's got really high confidence anyway, so we're going to make Verstappen go to the outside down into turn 1. Are we going to see Leclerc this time around actually defend the position? Yes, we are. Beautiful. Beautiful. So that builds up a bit more confidence as well. I mean, Perez is going to have to pit soon. Sainz has gone past Norris again. Outside, inside, outside.
They decide to give it a go.
Hey, fair play. That was a good race, 3cc.
Third and contending for a podium place.
I mean, I'm liking this at the moment, chat. We've got good pace with both drivers. Like, Lando Norris is not slow on this game either. So, Leclerc's at peak confidence. Sainz is very high confidence. I don't want to speak too soon, but we are in a really, really good situation here early on. Like, I'm sure disaster will strike, or I'll run out of fuel, or something. I say about the fuel, actually, we've already saved 10% of it. Sorry, 15% of it already in 15% of the race. BZ, don't start giving me that. Stream's fine. I can see it on my end. Welcome on in, David. Hope you're doing well. We will probably use some solitaire at the end of the stream as well, yeah. So we're gonna keep seeing what we can do with Leclerc if he goes defensive mode. I mean, look at that. He's able to force Max to the outside. That time around, though, yeah, not able to do anything. Bit of a shame. We're kind of just letting Sainz and Norris play just a game with each other. Fake stream title. Sadly, yes, the stream hasn't quite gone exactly the way I wanted it to. Is it worth undercutting Max? He's on worse tyres than me. Not by much. I'm not really... I don't know whether I want to undercut, because I'm just about worried about where we're going to rejoin as well. Like, if he was to pit now, where would Leclerc rejoin in this race? So, 23 seconds, it reckons, would be... leader... He'd come out between Ricciardo and Tsunoda. So I'm happy we'd be ahead of, like, Albon and stuff, unless we have problems in the pit lane. But I would like to be probably ahead of the Astons. That's probably quite a tall order, though, still. I just feel like Bahrain, especially, is a really, really difficult race strategy-wise anyway. So I don't really want to try and stretch the tyres out too much on an aggressive strategy. You know, we're already trying to do a two-stop here, which is pretty aggressive. But it's what the AI will do as well. But yeah, it's just a little bit difficult. But then again, I think the AI are probably going to undercut us anyway. We've got to have the advantage at the end of the afternoon. Because it might well be that Verstappen has to go mediums at the end of the race and Leclerc's on softs. Hards don't really work around this track. Start the challenge to make Hamilton world champion with Kick Sauber. Dearie me. I do fancy doing like once we've done this series, and it depends how obviously well we get on with this series. But I do sort of want to do more fun ones like that as well. I am Mattia Binotto inside this game. I know he's actually back as well, but still.
I cannot pass, guys.
It's okay, Carlos. Stay cool. Stay cool, Carlos. Don't worry. It's fine at the moment. We're just settling in. As Lando, I think, is closed back in on Charles. So we have officially now got a four-way scrap here. As Perez first got into the pits. That's the kind of traffic I don't want to get stuck in. Like, he's immediately in trouble there. So that's good. I think Perez is probably, hopefully, unless we get a safety car or something, isn't going to be much of a factor this afternoon. As Leclerc again back down the inside. So pretty easy move still for Leclerc here. And it's really, really good, yeah, that Verstappen hasn't been able to break free in the way he would have wanted to. So, I mean, I'm happy just to let them all squabble with each other. Could it be worth undercutting with Sainz? Where would Sainz come out? He come out pretty much with Russell. I'm tempted. Leave it 1 or 2 more laps. If we could try and undercut Sainz here and see if we could put him out in front. I don't believe mods can get timed out, but I don't know for sure. I think, yeah, we got to try and undercut with Sainz here, to be honest. We might try and go like lap 15 and try and get Sainz in. I can't get timed out my own stream, surely. King Dre, thank you for the follow as well, buddy. More, come on in. I do like sushi. I had sushi not last weekend, the weekend before. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Good job. So at the moment you have...
Right, so we're going to box Sainz then, end of 15, I think. Oh, no. Yellows? Yellows? What's happened? Joe's gone for a spin. No issue. No worry. He did that in the challenge I did today. Exactly the same thing.
I really did a big mistake.
Joe, you're out. I'm afraid. We're going to try and bring out the McLaren strats, exactly. So, pit window's open. So, we're going to tell Sainz, box next lap onto fresh set of softs. And we're also obviously going to tell him to absolutely take everything out of this set of tyres now. So, hopefully he's going to be able to keep... and we may as well try and get him, obviously, to go aggressive as well on that second stint. So, he should re-emerge around where the Aston Martins are. It might be slightly behind, but around where they are. I don't really want him to swap this lap either, to be honest. But depending on how successfully that works, he probably can go to, like, lap 32 on a second stint. Maybe it's not lap 33, lap 34. And then, obviously, he'd have to go mediums to the end. I still want to try and keep Leclerc soft, medium, soft, so he's got pace towards the end of the afternoon. We're basically just trying to hedge our bets if we get a safety car or something like that, chat. That's kind of what we're doing at the moment. Oh, Hello Fresh. We haven't done anything with them. Oh, here we go. Go on, Sainz. If he can try and have a look for a move on Max before he boxes, that would be good. Yeah, let's try and make it happen. Go on, Carlos. Try and overtake Max into the final corner. Don't think he's going to be able to do it now, but we'll still try. We'll still try. Verstappen try and have a look a bit defensive. No chance there. So, this is really, really critical then for Carlos Sainz in this race. We need for him ideally to come out in clear air. Oh, it's next lap, isn't it still? I forgot about that. So he should be ahead of the Aston Martins, which is good. As he's, yeah, I mean, applying pressure still to Charles. So Leclerc can definitely go a few more laps. Perez opted for a set of mediums, so that's okay. As well, Leclerc's probably going to get a run on as well on Max down into turn 1.
Yeah, completely.
Right, here we go then. Let's hope for a nice, clean, tidy stop. That's the big one. Ferrari, first pit stop of the year. Please don't mess it up. Because we could really do with some good track space here. 2.6, that's good. We'll take that. We will really take that. So, are we going to be out ahead of those Astons? Oh, it's going to be mighty close on exit. This is critical for us. We need to be out ahead of them. I think we are. I think? Oh, that's beautiful. Aston Martin fighting each other there might have just saved us. Down into turn 1. So we need to get past Lewis as quickly as possible. But we can go attack mode off this restart. And we'll try and use the battery as well.
He's 1.2 in front.
Getting slightly concerned about the fuel usage, but we can deal with that towards the end of the afternoon. Right, come on, Sainz. Get round Hamilton, and you got a bit of free space. That's all we've got to worry about right now.
Try to put pressure on him.
Obviously, the man that's going to be replacing you at some point in this series. I am basically doing the McLaren strategy from Hungary, but hopefully to slightly better effect. Because I can make the AI give the places up to each other. Wait for the DRS detection. Down the inside he'll go. And Carlos Sainz then back into P5 of the Grand Prix. So he's actually ahead of Perez still. Which is quite impressive when you consider the undercut Perez should have had. But Perez is stuck in the midfield now, so he's in big trouble. So yeah, we'll just make sure, obviously, that he doesn't push too much. But we will allow him to push, obviously, on this fresh set of tyres. Just to try and get them, you know, get ahead. And obviously just make sure that he's working them well. So Leclerc, it's almost time to pit for Charles. I still think we're making the right... I mean, he's got so much better tyres than Max. So I think we will box him this lap and try to undercut there. Because Max is going to be in deep trouble as well. I mean, this works out beautifully for Carlos potentially now. Because if he can get a big undercut, he can then work on saving his fuel towards the end of the afternoon. And we should still be in a good spot. So, yeah, don't really worry about Hamilton too much. We can bring him back down to standard aggression now as well. So we now kind of weirdly don't want Max to pit, despite the fact he's on worse tyres. I'd rather he stays out there, as Norris has really dropped away because he's cooked his set as well. Let's try and go for the undercut on Max then. We just need to make sure that we go attack mode as well. Just take everything out of this last bit of the set. It's just really, really important to remember to do on this game. So, did we get last lap data? Last lap, Sainz. We don't really know what that compares to, do we, annoyingly? But I think he will undercut the pair of them here. As here goes Charles back down the inside. Beautiful. Beautiful. I am nervous about the fuel still, chat. I'll be honest. We haven't really saved much.
Look after the tires, please. Yeah, I got it.
You've probably either got dust in it or the springs snapped, Bradson. I've only gained 0.6. I've gained near enough a kilo on Leclerc, to be fair. And obviously we have pushed on quite aggressively in Windows. So I'm hoping that we can separate out from Verstappen here. As into the pits we're going to come. Verstappen stays out. That is beautiful. So let's have a look what Sainz's first representative lap time is going to be. As he makes his way down towards the final couple of corners. He should hopefully, for his sake anyway, undercut. Norris doesn't even get ahead of Charles, which is fantastic. So Verstappen is in real trouble here. Piastri's done. No, Piastri hasn't pit yet, I don't think. So Sainz as well is going to be ahead, I think, of Leclerc. Yes, he will be. So these two now can really work together over the next few laps, which is good. Leclerc, obviously, again, we can just make him go aggressive on the tyres on his out lap. We're in a really, really good position here. We gain a second on that last lap over Max. So we should undercut him as well quite easily.
Gap to him 2.6.
Yeah, it probably is dust, to be fair, just on the sensor, Branson. I wouldn't worry too much yet. But it might just be that the spring's slowly getting loose as well. Why have Haas double stacked? What is that by Haas? Why know that they first pit stop of the year and they decide they're going to double stack for some reason? I mean, it's not a bad pit stop, at least for the first one. They've actually nailed that, to be fair. So they've not done a bad job. Can we get Leclerc inside the range of Carlos and then just fuel safe behind him? Is that something we could really do? It's really, really difficult to judge on this game still. As hopefully we're going to get DRS off Piastri. Gap 1.5, so hopefully we're going to be able to do that.
Okay, one. Copy.
Just because, obviously, you know, that extra little bit of free time is really, really useful here. Verstappen's going out for another one. Is the Dutchman trying to one-stop this? It'd be a very, very aggressive strategy, as I think we've just missed out on DRS. There's so many little things you have to manage on this game, man. It's actually mad. Sainz, yes, he got the DRS. That is beautiful. So surely this is going to be another nice, easy move back into turn one. Is he not told to attack properly? Yeah, he's on normal. There we go. That's good. So his confidence now is very, very high as well. Last lap, we took 2.5 seconds out of Verstappen. That is really, really good early on.
Max in front.
So Leclerc now should be comfortably ahead of him as well. Hey, good luck, Mighty Dart, buddy. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it, mate. Have a good one. Right, so we've got a bit of a window now. Hopefully we're going to see Leclerc pass Oscar soon. But, yeah, we're in a really, really good spot, actually. Oh, here we go. Verstappen in. Verstappen's into the pits, so Sainz now up into the lead of the race, which is good news. Leclerc will also be ahead of Verstappen, who is on mediums. Okay, so I don't believe Verstappen's going to be able to one-stop this either, which is really, really good news for us. But he has now got fresher tyres over the next few laps, so it'll be interesting to see what his pace is really like over the next few. I've accidentally left Leclerc pushing for a bit too long, which is not good. If I manage to save all that fuel,
And try to cool down the tires as much as
I will try. I'm still going to try and save the fuel. Like I said, I'm kind of waiting for a safety car. But if we get into the last 20 laps and we haven't had one yet, then I'm really going to have to start worrying. But it is still slowly going the right way still, chat. Nowhere near enough, admittedly. I thought we would save more fuel in this race. But admittedly, it's still going okay for us, as the gaps are staying pretty level. I mean, maybe this is how we've been able to give ourselves a window in this race. That's what we've got to think about at the moment. But we are, yeah, basically waiting, hopefully, for a safety car. As the lap traffic will slowly start to play a couple of problems here and there. Alonso new fastest lap of the day. So Verstappen now was pretty much caught up with Leclerc. That's a bit of a shame for us. But, you know, it is what it is. Don't skim read. I read that with no safety car. Sorry. Yeah, that might be a little bit more difficult here. So here we go. Verstappen DRS. So we'll just get Leclerc to sit in behind. We'll see if Leclerc can keep up with him. But if he's just fuel saving a little bit. And then we know we can do the same with Carlos later on. So I don't know, obviously, whether Max is going to really try and push on now, because he knows that we're a bit vulnerable. But if we can use him to save fuel, that would be really, really handy at this stage of the day. Because obviously he's got fresher tyres as well. I mean, that gap is just going up, isn't it? Verstappen, new fastest lap, so he is pushing on. Gaining a little bit back down to turn 1. Yeah, it is just making sure that we stay inside that range now. So we're at half distance. And we've saved 25% of the fuel we needed to. But you can immediately see, once you go into that kind of economy mode, that you do start saving quite a bit. Like, it is definitely going the right way, which is really useful. So, Verstappen got DRS off of that lapped car. Oh, what is that? How do you lose out because of that, man? That is so stupid. So stupid. Right, okay. We know we can do that in the last stint then. It might be a case of just trying to defend for P2 and P3 later on. I think might be the problem here, chat. But like I said, I'm only going to worry about it when we get into the last stint. And actually, I say all that. Leclerc immediately is closed back in. What we could do with is these two fighting, and then that playing into Sainz's hand. Well, of course we're running EcoBoost engines. I mean, who would have thought the Ferrari would have been a thirsty car on this game? Never would have believed it. So Leclerc's happy with the tyres still. I think we've got to start conserving with Carlos. But we're going to box him within kind of the next 10 laps. Probably the next 5 laps, I would have thought. So Verstappen is probably about to make it through. I guess we've got to tell him to defend? Just defend everywhere, Carlos, for this. Just defend as all as you can. When's the power unit going to blow up? Hopefully not yet. Maybe in a couple of races. So we'll basically just try and get Carlos to back Max up into Leclerc's clutches again. We are using team orders. So this works out quite nicely for the pair of them then. Leclerc's already saved a bit more fuel. Change Ferrari engines to the 6. You can't do that for one of the factory teams, can you? How is that defending Carlos? Come on, man. Oh, there we go. He did. I spoke too soon. Carlos Sainz, defensive wizard. I mean, there's quite a big gap further behind. Yellows, come on, safety car. Give me a safety car. Have a spin. Oh, no, so Charles span. Did he? Hey? Who span? Perez span. Perez, the bottle job. We love to see it. Same thing as Joe early on. And he will get out of the way. That's annoying. We could have done with a safety car there. And Perez causing it would have been really funny. I mean, look at this from Sainz. This is absolutely fantastic at the moment. Reese's Pieces with a bit. Matt, well, less fuel be needed for 2026 spec cars due to the 50% electrical power. Yeah, but it will just be that the fuel tanks are smaller. I mean, look at this. Come on, Leclerc. Get around his outside. I mean, Verstappen almost into the back of Carlos. This is getting rather dramatic down at turn 1. But if Leclerc can make it through, then we'll tell Sainz don't fight your teammate. Let Leclerc by. There we go. Oh, no, he's going to let Max by, isn't he? Is he going to let Max by? No, he's not. Come on, defend. Defend still, Carlos. I believe in you, sir. No, not quite. Not quite there. I think we'll bring Carlos in quite soon. Maybe next lap? Yeah, we'll box Carlos next lap then. Mediums to the end. Should be pretty safe. Oh, no. Pit options next lap. 25 laps on those. He did like 17 laps on this second set. It's not going to be a bad effort by him. And the fuel is coming down quite well now. Typical Matt. Thank you for the follow as well, buddy. I appreciate it. I haven't screwed this race over entirely yet, chat. Give it time. It will happen. But we're doing all right. I think if we have to leave it in like economy mode to the end, we would be safe. Like we would make it. But it wouldn't be particularly fun. Oh, man. This has been a good race so far, though. I've enjoyed this. So, hopefully Leclerc is going to be able to defend from Verstappen as well. Always defend. We basically just want to keep Max close for as long as we can. And maybe we can try and get Carlos to undercut him again.
We think it will be soon.
Come on, defend. Defend. Thank you. Hold him back. Hold him back. Beautiful. Go on, Carlos. Go on, Carlos. I mean, if we can just keep tripping Max up, this works out fantastically. Unfortunately, obviously, I mean, we should get a nice undercut again with Carlos. As he should come out between Norris and Piastri. Oh, he thought about it. He thought about it. That's okay. That's okay. We're doing pretty well at the moment. I wonder if Verstappen's got issues as well. Because he's struggling.
Okay.
Everyone's slower than me. You can, as a temporarily fix, Bradson, put a dead zone in. But it just obviously means that the final 75% of your wheel is 100%, so you will probably be slower. But it is like a good temporarily fix. Temporarily? Temporary fix. Okay, Carlos in then the end of this lap. So he's still going to have to save a lot of fuel towards the end. But, like we said, he should undercut. So this is not too bad for him. Obviously, and again, he'll be able to push on off the restart lap as well, so... Yeah, if you put a dead zone in, you should be okay. Right, here we go then. What is the time going to be like this time around for Carlos Sainz in the pits? Hopefully we can get another good pit stop. First ones were good. 2.8, not fantastic, but not bad either. It's going to be a safe P4 that he re-emerges in. As Leclerc's still trying to defend from Max. Which he will still do. So this is still working quite nicely. Leclerc didn't defend from Max. That's annoying. Go round him! What is that? Just get round the Williams, man. Come on, move. Move! What is this? Oh, I guarantee you we're going to get past him before the DRS though, aren't we? Yeah, of course. There you go. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. So we've got to try and get Leclerc to push on. It's just worth sacrificing a little bit to make sure that we stay in the range. That's the problem we've got right now. And we'll try and do the same with Carlos as well then. Still fuel save. Carlos is in a bit of no man's land, but hopefully he's going to safely bag that P3. I'm hoping... I think his fight's just going to be with Lando towards the end. But come on, we need to stay inside that range. We've got to stay inside that range of Verstappen here. Out to the back straight. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Beautiful. Straight back into neutral. And we can go back on the low fuel usage. And we'll do the same with Carlos again then. Because he's pretty much got those tyres back up to where he needs.
And charge button on. Okay.
Copy.
So hopefully Max this time around is going to get a little bit caught out in the traffic. We've got those tyres up to temperature. It's still going to be a tall order to get to the end.
Yeah, copy.
What are the blue flags on this game, man? What is that? Twice in a lap. We have been absolutely screwed. That is so unbelievably stupid. So unbelievably stupid. And we've got to do it all again.
And Charles, no lift off needed. You are doing
How? I don't get how they haven't fixed that.
Copy that.
If you lose the championship to Gary, you have to give him your YouTube channel. Which YouTube channel? If I only have to give him Matt212 VODs, then that's not the end of the world. Oh, there we go. Back inside the range again. I mean, it's such a difficult balance to try and find right now.
got to hit
But Sainz should be taking time out of Norris. But again, I'm not too worried. He's got like a 10-second undercut on him anyway. Sainz is just in it for the long haul.
increase.
How is Max doing tyre-wise? Max has taken loads out of his tyres again. Remember, Leclerc pit before Max. I have to give him Matt212 gameplay. That would be not ideal. Right, so, Leclerc. I mean, this is not over. Verstappen is clearly chewing through sets of tyres every opportunity he gets. So he's probably going to have to double medium towards the end of this race. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Can we have a look? No, we're going to ignore that. Happens at exactly the wrong moment. We need to get Leclerc to about lap 40. But round the outside of Verstappen, he'll go again then. So that is fantastic. I hopefully will win co-op. I've got a 39-point lead still, as we're pretty much halfway through the season. So it's looking pretty good at the moment. But it does just take a couple of ridiculous races for Gary, and that gap is completely destroyed. Welcome on in, Dav. I'm enjoying the game. It's good fun. We're having a really, really good first race, to be fair, which is ideal. But you know, it's you know, we're finding out, you know, sort of a lot of nuances. I've played a lot of the game anyway before, obviously, its full release, and I do really think they have made a big step in the right direction as well, which is fantastic. So I'm enjoying it. Oh, Bradson. Oh man, you silly sausage. Shocking, absolutely shocking. Right, okay. Yeah, fuel-wise, I think both drivers will make it to the end still. That's not a concern. It is just about trying to defend from Verstappen where we can, like that. And obviously just being careful what he does in terms of his strategy. I'm surprised, actually, the Fuel Mode 1 doesn't actually cost you as much as I thought it would. We just basically keep checking in the DRS detections that Verstappen can't get through. I reckon he is also running into fuel problems here. Like, I genuinely reckon Verstappen is not running smoothly either. Like, the fact he hasn't been able to walk away in this race is really, really odd inside this game. But yeah, just over 20 laps to go, though. Basically, from now, we could go ahead and pit Leclerc if we needed to. As Norris actually as well double softed this race, so he's definitely got to go mediums at the end, which is good. Here comes Max Verstappen again. Down the inside. Fairly textbook move, but Charles going to try and get a long way round. We'll try and again get him to overtake. Up the hill, maybe? It's not the end of the world, Charlie, don't worry. Come on, go for it, go for it, go for it. Down the inside. Beautiful. Beautiful. So you do definitely burn a little bit more fuel when you do things like that. But yeah, it's going pretty well at the moment. I mean, could we actually, with Leclerc, try and defend? He's set, you know, so he's already set to always defend. This could actually really play into Sainz's hands still. If we can get him to undercut these two quite dramatically, which I don't think is going to happen, then he can actually be in a really, really good spot towards the end of the race. I have no idea, honestly, Chris, but I need to go back through and track it all and work out where we're at.
You can push.
So we're going to try and see if we can get Sainz into a position where he can undercut and be back out in front with a bit of a buffer. Because if Leclerc can really cost Max Verstappen time, that could be really useful towards the end of this race. I mean, could Leclerc... We could theoretically get him to the end. He just wouldn't be very comfortable. But I think as well we're actually gaining because the engine temps are staying down, which is working quite well. So things are looking pretty good, actually. Don't defend Sainz, please. Number 2 driver on this game. We do need to get Lewis in the car, but still.
Verstappen, DRS.
I mean, first race of the year, I just want to try and get a win any way possible. So by just doing this with Leclerc, maybe, I mean, it's helping him as well. As again, Verstappen around the outside. So again, we will go back on the overtake aggression.
Okay.
Let's say Sainz is not doing a bad job here. As Lando Norris then back into the pits.
Right, let's concentrate.
He's going mediums then to the end, so he shouldn't be much of a threat. Sainz will obviously be straight back past him. Leclerc again makes the move on Verstappen, so he is just making Verstappen's life hell. And I'm all for it at the moment. Last lap times, what were they? 35.6 against 36.9 and 37. Now we've got Sainz pushing on a bit. He surely is going to be a threat towards the end of the afternoon. It was 150 streams, I believe. I don't think we'd actually set like a streaming time goal. It might have been 500 hours, but I don't think I set like a time goal like that. Come on, Carlos. We have got to be careful. Those tyres, you know, they will start to overheat as well. But yeah, he's in a really, really good spot right now.
Flash your blues.
Yeah, this rate, I mean, staggeringly, I mean, it's basically like Verstappen has to deal with in real life. Where he's got no Perez to help him, he's kind of in a bit of trouble right now. Oh, he's there we go. He's gone for the undercut. So we got to box Leclerc in this lap. Pause quickly. Go back to 1x speed. We're going to go full attack mode, full deploy. But obviously we won't try and save any more fuel. And we will make sure as well then that Leclerc is boxing at the end of this lap. He's got pretty much a fresh set of the soft compounded tyre. What is Verstappen? Surely he's going on to, yeah, fresh set soft. So he's going to be pushing. So we got to see what Sainz, how far ahead Sainz is going to be. Sainz is going to be a couple of seconds ahead. So that's not worked out badly for Carlos. But he is on older, harder tyres to the end. So I'm not convinced he's really going to be able to do a lot. Hopefully blue flags, though, are going to get out of the way. We'll get the DRS. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Can you go Team Sport Warrington tomorrow? I can't, I'm afraid. Can you get fired on Create a Team? I don't know, to be honest. Oh, we got yellows. Safety car? Safety car? Safety car? This car crashed. Oh, go on. Multiple cars. Surely we could get a safety car from this. It was Verstappen. What's Verstappen done? He's gone for a spin, maybe? No! We have a chance. We have a chance. Verstappen might have to box again. Or at the very least.
The team glued to the monitors and watching their hopes crumble away.
Wowee. Okay. So Verstappen now, I mean, I don't know whether he'll have to pit. I might be able to go to the end, but surely he's going to be at a disadvantage towards the end of this race. Surely, not in our first ever stream race on this game, are we going to get a 1-2 with Ferrari. Like, that would be absolutely insane. I don't see Verstappen pitting, to be honest, this lap. I think he will stay out to the end, but it might be that Carlos can keep him at bay quite easily. Left end plate is definitely gone on that car, and we should be able to see that. No, not quite. So, Verstappen wounded. No penalties given. I mean, Verstappen did take the brunt of it. He's still actually closing in on Carlos slightly, so he's clearly still pushing on towards the end of this race. Charles Leclerc, though, in final pit stop. I think Verstappen's going to have got the jump on him, but I think Carlos is still set to defend now. Carlos Sainz is going to be back in the lead of this Grand Prix. I'm not going to really let him get in the way of Leclerc, but I am going to make sure he gets in the way of Max. So hopefully Leclerc pretty soon is going to be able to just close back in, but have the fuel as well to attack towards the end of the race. Here we go. Sainz again trying to defend. Verstappen, front wing damage. Surely he's going to be slow towards the end of this race. He'll go down the inside. Sainz couldn't defend there, but will slot back in. That's not too much of a problem right now. We can try and get Sainz to go back past him, or if Leclerc gets in the range, we'll get Leclerc to try and have a look through. I think we are going to save the fuel, though, by the end of this. We had a couple of poorer pit stops that time round, yeah, which didn't help. But, yeah, we can allow Leclerc to obviously push on this set to get him up to scrub. Sainz might still be able to have a look past Verstappen again down this straight, if he's close enough, which I don't think he is. But we're not in a bad spot at this stage of the day. We're in a really, really good position here at the moment. F1 Manager 24 is definitely better than 23. They have fixed a lot of things again, which is good. Oh, no. No. Don't bother. Don't worry about team orders. Don't worry about team orders, Carlos. Just go. Go for now. Don't say he's lost the DRS. No, he hasn't. That's okay. He's very happy about that. Yeah, we're getting the fuel there. We're getting the fuel there slowly but surely. I think, yeah, now Carlos is going to have to accept to slot in behind. We will let Leclerc by, and you're going to tuck in behind him and try to get back to Max.
Okay.
Leclerc's still pushing on. We need to just get back in the range of Verstappen here, so it might be that we need a couple of laps of normal. But we should definitely save the fuel by the end. What is the gap? 1.5 seconds. Let's just push. Let's get back in that range. Let's push. That's all we want to just make sure we do is get inside the DRS range. Somehow Sainz has dropped too far back. I think we're just going to safely try and bring him home for P3 at very worst. Come on, get inside that range, get inside that range, get inside that range. Yes, beautiful. It's genuinely, chat, those little things that can make such a difference come the end of the afternoon. So he's back inside the range once again. I mean, Sainz, we just got to make sure he looks after his tyres. Get the ban in, chat. Get the ban in. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you very much. Immediately, he's gone. He's out. My mods don't care. They'll get rid. Why is Sainz now so slow? Come on, man. Get on with it. He's not trying to save or anything, is he? Apart from the fuel, of course. I mean, basically, probably our best shot here is to try and back up. Max. Oh, here we go. Max now reporting issues. I think that would just be the wing, though, isn't it? Oh, go on, Leclerc. Down the inside. Not quite. This has genuinely been one of the best races I've ever done. Right, we'll go overtake aggression on high. Have we got it said to always defend as well? Yeah, this is good. This is good. Come on, down the inside we'll go. Verstappen trying to defend. Oh, not happening there. Not happening there. Verstappen, I think, is getting a little bit frustrated now. He's under more pressure than he expected to be, especially now we've saved most of the fuel as well. And I mean, yeah, those final few laps, we might be in a really, really good position here against him. Sainz has really dropped back over that lap, but that's okay. I'd much rather have one of them fighting it still than both. Deary me, Bradson. Right, come on, here we go. Charles Leclerc down the inside once again. Don't know how many times we've seen the lead swap in this race, but Verstappen, oh! They've come together! They've come together and Verstappen might be out! Drama! Drama here in Bahrain as Verstappen gets back on the road. Could we get a penalty for that? Leclerc, I don't think, has got damage. Chaos! I mean, Verstappen's trying to defend. Leclerc's not wanting to back out of it. Down the inside he'll go. And just a little bit of contact on the exit. Verstappen almost into the barrier. I mean, Ferrari aren't happy with that either, but chaos. Absolute chaos here at the moment. This is getting wild towards the end of the race. Leclerc now, though, surely is going to be safely out front towards the end of this one. We've just got to try and really use Sainz to kind of block Verstappen, haven't we? If we can get a run on him. Maybe Verstappen's got a box again now, because that damage is even worse. Is Leclerc, is he going to get a penalty for that? I do hope not. I mean, it was... Oh, we have got a time penalty. How big is the penalty then? It is 5 seconds, so that's okay. We can still build up that gap before the end of the race. But drama here in the opening race of the campaign. Charles Leclerc now with a 5-second penalty, so he needs Carlos Sainz to work for him towards the end of this race and really just defend from Max Verstappen behind. I mean... Oh no! Sainz has gone! Eh? Sainz has gone for a spin. What is this? Contact? No, just drops it.
mistake they'll want to make again.
Absolute bottle job. Absolute bottle job late on in the day. And all this has done now is put Norris right back with him. So frustrating. So frustrating. I think Leclerc's going to be safe on fuel. He's got 5 seconds over Max as well, so this is really good for Leclerc. But Sainz, though, in big trouble towards the end. He's cooked his tyres as well. This is just not looking good for Carlos Sainz right now. Really does seem to be falling away from him towards the end of the afternoon. And I don't want to get locked into a battle with Lando Norris, but I think that's going to be the case. Verstappen is dropping away. Yeah, Sainz is in trouble. Sainz is in real trouble here. Luckily now he can go back on the normal fuel. I mean, could Lando close into Max by the end?
Lift off.
Could that be a way we get back into this fight? We'll put him back on neutral. He's definitely lost confidence as the race has gone on. There's last lap times then.
Yeah.
Verstappen, no. Verstappen was two... No, there we go. He's a second quicker than Max. So Lando's looking fast at the moment. If we can just hang with him here towards the end of the race, that's pretty good. We've got a little bit of battery charge as well. I basically just obviously want to make sure with Leclerc that he can push towards the end of the afternoon. But, yeah, Sainz can just hang around with Norris, and they are definitely closing back in on that Red Bull at the front of the field. Although, again, when they squabble with each other, not particularly useful at this stage of the day. So I think, yeah, it's going to be a battle for the podium between these two. I don't actually know who's got better tyres. Lando does actually by quite a lot, so... Yeah, Leclerc, despite the penalty, looks safe. We got more yellows out again. The last thing we want now is a safety car, after I spent all day moaning about how I wanted one. Bottas with a lockup down at turn 13.
Now this was Valtteri Bottas.
Yeah, just an incident between Leclerc and Verstappen.
And there goes the steering.
Just an incident.
Now they did leave it very late.
Oh, Bottas. Terrible, terrible error there. Absolutely shocking. Yeah, Leclerc and Verstappen's pace, though, seems pretty much the same. In fact, most of our top runners now, pace seems pretty close. Lando, again, will go through. So I'm going to tell Carlos just to stay back. Just to see if we can close in still on the Dutchman before the end of the race. Kobe, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. I mean, if Lando's got the pace, then surely we can still do something. But I'm just not convinced he has. 8 seconds in 8 laps. Yeah, he's not closing in, is he? And now Sainz has dropped away from him as well. Sainz is just struggling towards the end of the afternoon, man. He just hasn't been able to get these tyres to work the way he wanted to. Oh, no, Verstappen's pushing. Verstappen is pushing, chat. I think we've got to go slightly aggressive on those tyres. Verstappen is aware of the penalty and is trying to close in that gap before it's too late. Oh, I'm starting to get nervous here. I don't want to lose this because of that penalty. I really don't want to lose it because of that penalty here. But we've got to be really careful with the fuel as well. 4.5 seconds. We've just got to micromanage this towards the end of the afternoon. Maybe there's some lap traffic in the way? No, there's nothing between them. There is nothing between our top two in terms of traffic. Don't say Verstappen has just held off a little bit on those tyres and has got the pace towards the end. He has got a bit more tyre life than us. Oh, this is really bad. This could be really, really bad towards the end. I'm doing well, thanks, Kopi. This is... Oh, I've decided... I tried to do an F1 Manager race. It ended up being one of the most dramatic I've ever done. And it's increasing my stress levels quite dramatically. So, all is good in the world. But it is a fantastic game, and I'm really enjoying it so far. Which is always nice. 4.7 seconds. I mean, if push comes to shove, we've just got to go for it. Final lap, haven't we? I've got to be really careful we don't overheat the tyres either. So we have just got to manage towards the end of this race. Could we still... I don't think we'll have to lap anyone. I'm hoping we don't. Xander, welcome on in. Thank you for the follow, buddy. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, that gap between us and Max is so close towards the end of this race, though. Genuinely, this race has been mad. Like, I can't actually believe what we've had today. I'm staggered as well that we were able to save back up the fuel. But I think what it might end up being is just a last-ditch lap by Charles Leclerc here. Sainz seems to have nothing against Norris, which is a bit of a shame. Perez has done a decent recovery to get back up into what might end up being P5. But it is really, really difficult towards the end of this one. 3 laps to go here from this Grand Prix. The season opener in Bahrain. It's going to come down to that penalty, I can already tell. But is it going to go the way of Charles Leclerc? Or is it going to go the way of Max Verstappen again? We just bring the tyres back down a couple of degrees. So we can afford to push just slightly more on them. Use all of that available fuel that we've got as well. We do not want to have any left in the tank come the end of the race. Argy, thank you for the follow, man. Hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. Still waiting to buy. It's a good, fun game so far. And considering you think this, you know, for the Ultimate Edition is 30, I think it's £35. And you'd pay like 70 for an F1, for like the other F1 game and stuff. It's really good value. And like I was saying to someone else earlier on, you can kind of make it as intense or as kind of like casual as you really want. And I think that is very, very cool as well. Leclerc, 4.7 still. We've just got to try on the very last lap and go for something here to pull away. But we've got nothing in the way of battery towards the end of this one. Sainz is dropping back from Lando still, which is not ideal. I'm just gutted that Sainz had that spin, man. Because even if he just got P3, I would have been really, really happy with that as a result for him. 4.6, 4.5. Tyre temperature just slightly getting too high again. We have to manage those tyre temps. We have to manage that temperature. If we can get it back down into the normal, then we can afford to just try and go for it. How is Sainz not using any of his batteries still at the moment? Absolutely wild. 4.3. We've got to go. We've just absolutely got to go for it. Leclerc, you are pushing on those tyres. Max Verstappen is doing the same thing. We have got one more lap to go after this one here from the Bahrain Grand Prix, and I refuse to lose this race on a technicality from a penalty, from a racing incident with our big rival. I can't help but feel, though, that that VCARB car might get in the way before this race is down and out as well. We haven't got much charge through the final corner, but hopefully we can have a little bit down in towards turn one. One more lap here from the Bahrain Grand Prix. Things are getting very, very touch or go there as Sainz just dips under on the battery and the fuel. So we'll just bring him back in. He's just going to bring home P4, annoyingly, in this race. Leclerc, though, he has got to deploy on this last lap. I've got to be so careful, though, that we don't go under on that fuel. Otherwise, we could be in real trouble here towards the end of this race. You can see Verstappen, though, he's still pushing. He's doing well. He's got the pace in that Red Bull at the moment. 4.4 seconds, that gap. We've just got to keep hoping it goes the right way here. 4.5 seconds. This is going to be such a dramatic end to this race. Come on, we can't let Tsunoda hold us up. If he gives us DRS, though, this could be pivotal. On the final lap of this Grand Prix, Tsunoda, he's starting to get in the way a little bit, but the gap's still going up. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Use that DRS. Get the slingshot out of the corner. 5 seconds. This is critical on the final lap of the Bahrain Grand Prix. The gap up to 5.1. Leclerc is pushing. We've got no spare fuel. We've got no battery. Verstappen, though, he's going to get held up a little bit behind Tsunoda. VCARB might be about to win us this first race ever inside this series. Into the final corner. Carlos Sainz, we've just got to conserve the battery with him. Charles Leclerc, the gap's up to 6. It's ebbed and flowed so much over these last couple of laps. Through the final corner. Ferrari are back. Ladies and gentlemen, Carlos Sainz, P4. But Charles Leclerc, he's going to run out of fuel. No! 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 I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. No! Verstappen wins it.
Today's winner.
Oh my. Where is Sainz? Sainz is going to get a podium out of all of this. I cannot believe I've just done that on the line. Leclerc is out of fuel.
P3.
What on earth is that? I mean, he's going to finish like 10th, isn't he? He's going to be out of the points, I think. He's going to be 12th come the end of this. Oh my god. No! I cannot believe I've done that. The most insane race I've ever done on this game. The most insane race I've ever done. I mean, surely he's not on the lead lap still, is he? They are on the lead lap. How are they on the lead lap? I mean, safety car's been deployed for some reason as well. I cannot believe I've thrown that away. I mean, look at Leclerc. Just stranded. Can someone, like, Sainz should have given him a push. That's what we should have done. Got Sainz to give him a push up towards the start-finish line. Oh, man. How is Tsunoda? It's because we lapped Tsunoda, didn't we? But Verstappen... No, Verstappen did lap Tsunoda. How did he get back ahead? How on earth... Oh, it's because obviously they're all under safety car, aren't they? Damn it, man. Leclerc should have gone out and pushed. It's going to be no points for Charles Leclerc here. I cannot believe that. We didn't even need to use that last tiny bit of fuel as well in the end because Verstappen got held up by Yuki. 3rd and 12th come the end of the race. You will not see a more dramatic finish than that ever inside F1 Manager. And it's literally been released today.
And among the drivers heading back to their teams, we see Carlos Sainz.
And third place sees them round off today with a trophy to mark the occasion.
And with that, the Sainz name remains engraved in F1 history.
Hey? He didn't win it, did he?
That marks their
No, I was going to say.
a proud moment.
I cannot believe that, chat. I cannot believe that. Exactly, you'd think, you know, I could understand, if it was 0.1 under, I understand breaking down. It said we had enough fuel to get to the finish. Like, I guess that from now on we got to keep a little bit more fuel in reserve? I don't really know. I just cannot believe that.
How do you think they'll be feeling after that?
Why is Leclerc's pit box celebrating? He got nothing.
A job well done for sure.
I cannot believe that.
And that is
I cannot believe
for
that.
This weekend's action here in Bahrain.
In the next round, we head to the shores of the Red Sea as Formula One returns to Jeddah for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
Oh, man. That is so painful. So painful. Verstappen will take the win here in Bahrain ahead of Norris and Carlos Sainz there. So I guess, you know, Sainz gets a podium out of it all. But we were about to claim the most dramatic win of my life. And it all got taken away from us, literally on the run to the line. If Leclerc had clutched it, he probably would have got to the checkered flag there. Piastri P4 ahead of Perez, Hamilton, Alonso, Russell, Stroll, and yet Ricciardo for VCarb picks up a point to kickstart the year as well. There's Zhou Guanyu, the only driver 2 laps down when all is said and done. Championship-wise, of course, same as race results. Constructors-wise, P3 for us with only 1 car scoring as well there. Fastest pit stop, we were 9th in the end, Charles Leclerc, as Red Bull fastest on the board. So they are leading both titles after the opening round of the season as well there. 2.6 second pit stops isn't too bad, but could have been a whole lot better. And I guess we got Sainz's race target bonus as well. We wouldn't have got both, to be fair, but we did get Sainz's. But thank you all so much for watching. Please make sure you get yourself subscribed if you want to see more of this series. And we'll be back very soon then, ready with more F1 Manager content.